Happening this morning, a special stair climb that raises money and awareness for lung disease. 41 Action News reporter Jordan Betts is live at One Kansas City Place with more on how you can help. Jordan, you got your walking shoes on there?
Oh, way to call me out. No, I don't have my walking shoes on. I have boots on, but you know, that's okay. I can still climb some stairs, but I have to climb the more than 900 stairs people are going to climb this morning, talking all about lung disease. And joining me this morning is Dr. Taylor from Children's Mercy and her son Sam, who will be climbing later this morning, I hear, right?
That is correct.
Okay. You and I were talking about how important it is to talk about lung disease, and you said the #1 reason kids miss school is because of asthma, of all things. Talk a little bit about that.
That is correct. And to do something about it, Children's Mercy and the American Lung Association have partnered. So we do a lot of outreach for the community and put on a yearly teaching seminar where we have school teachers come. We also have school nurses. We have local nurses and respiratory therapists and providers. We come and we teach about asthma, the different therapies, how to give them, as well as different types of lung disease. And that's been so successful, we actually have then outreach to the schools themselves and have been teaching at that level. And this year, the school teachers had us come in at their yearly meeting. Wow. So this is what we are doing to try and help prevent asthma as the #1 cause of missed school days.
There you go.
And that's what it's about today for all this fundraising.
What do you hope people get out of this climb today?
So I hope that they get out that the American Lung Association does wonderful things for bench science research, really moving science forward, but also community outreach. And they're helping not just adults, but also children.
Super. All right, Sam, do you think you can do it this morning? Going to do it in top time?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one word. It's a little too early for him, and that's okay. Thank you for joining me this morning, Dr. Taylor. They will be climbing here early this morning. I will not, because I didn't bring my tennis shoes, but it is okay. There's going to be more than 600 people that will be doing this climb this morning, more than they have ever had before. It's live in Kansas City. Jordan Betts, 41 Action News.
I love that kid's response. Yeah. Also today, the Pre-K for KC campaign will host a Pre-K Sunday brunch with Mayor Sly James. This is a chance for parents in the community to hear directly from the mayor on his plans. You can join the conversation at the St. Mark's Center from 1 to 3. A light brunch will be provided along with family-friendly activities. All right, if you're headed out to the stair climb or to events like that, not a bad day to get outside.
Not bad, but whatever you wear, make sure it's windproof because the temperature, okay, 20s, but the wind is really gusting, so you're high. 31 degrees, we'll have lots of sunshine. You can bring the sunglasses if you really wanted to, but cold and blustery, still those winds gusting 25 miles per hour. It's going to make it feel like it's in the teens. But what a gorgeous sunrise we have going on behind me here. And we're going to continue to see the sunshine today. Soak it in. We'll be talking about the chilly air that is going to be sticking around, but maybe just a brief warm up in there. We'll tell you when coming back in just a bit, Richard.
All right, Jared, thank you. A judge set bond for singer R. Kelly, but he still remains in jail. The reason behind what's stopping him from getting out. And in Hollywood, many stars are preparing for the annual Academy Awards. Coming up, we have a preview of the top categories for this year. And a live look at Kansas City this morning. This sunrise is spectacular. A cold morning out there. We'll be right back.
Well, the spring training games have officially begun. Royals taking on the Rangers for the first game of the spring on Saturday. Boys in blue looking to get started off on the right foot, so they send Glenn Sparkman to the mound, and, well, the big man mowing them down, getting the strikeout, and the Royals want to get a little help on offense. Adalberto Mondesi on first base, and Alex Gordon at the dish. Smacks this one to the gap, and here comes Mondi, hustles all the way from first base, just ahead of the throw, and gets in just in the nick of time. Hey, this thing worked out so well that these two said, well, let's try it again. This is not an instant replay, folks. This time, Gordo goes oppo, and here comes Mondi, rounding third and headed for home. The Royals make it look oh so easy with the win on Saturday, 9-1 over the Rangers.
Yeah, I was definitely amped up a little bit the first one of the year, so I was definitely excited out there.
No, I just stay in my routine, how I finished the season, and, stay on top of my body so I can be healthy for the season.
And a little closer to home, getting down with the Mavericks hosting Kalamazoo. It didn't take long for the tension to rise between both teams. Kalamazoo, KC begin fighting on the ice. That's the way to start things off, and what a way to start the highlights. The Mavs found a way to channel that anger. KC had a two-man advantage. It's Willie Roska on the power play, and all the delight of the Mavericks faithful. A minute later, the Mavs strike again. This time is Greg Betzold who scores on the deflection. KC cuts their deficit to 3-2. However, it wouldn't be that good in the end. Kalamazoo wins it 5-2 over the KC Mavericks. That is going to do it for your look at sports. Have a fabulous Sunday.
6:41 now. A warrant for New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft is expected as soon as Monday morning. Kraft is one of 25 people being charged with soliciting prostitution at a spa in Florida. It was part of a months-long human trafficking investigation. Police say Kraft is facing misdemeanor charges in 2 counts. However, he has not been charged with human trafficking.
That would be Mr. Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots?
Yes, sir.
And what is he being charged with?
He's being charged with the same offenses as the others, and that is soliciting another to commit prostitution.
A spokesman for the Kraft family says that they released a statement categorically denying Kraft's involvement in any illegal activity. The NFL also released a statement saying they will continue to monitor the developments during the investigation. R&B singer R. Kelly spent his second night in jail after a judge set bond at $1 million in the case. R. Kelly's attorney says that the singer doesn't have the $100,000 he needs to post bail. Cook County grand jury indicted Kelly on 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 4 victims.
You know, right now he's presumed innocent. We haven't seen any reason to believe that these allegations are credible.
2 sources familiar with the case tell NBC News that Homeland Security is looking into a possible connection between Kelly and sex trafficking allegations. A Homeland Security spokeswoman would neither confirm nor deny the existence of an investigation. In Washington, D.C. this week, the House will vote on a resolution that would end President Trump's national emergency. Democrats introduced the resolution this week. They declared Trump declared an emergency last week as a way to get money to pay for a border wall. So far, 226 leaders signed on to the resolution. Now, if passed the House, it'll go to the Senate, where it might not go anywhere from there. Republicans obviously control the majority there. Bishops and archbishops from all over the world gathered in the Vatican this morning for the final day of a historical sex abuse prevention summit. The summit was called by Pope Francis. He ended a landmark summit with a promise that the church will decisively confront the abuse of minors. What began as a simple sale on eBay turned into a circle of kindness. Vic Faust reports when a Missouri man sold his VCR, he had no idea he'd receive something so special in return.
A recent eBay transaction turned into much more than Matt Shukri could have ever imagined. He sold a VCR to a man in Phoenix who was making his first eBay purchase.
There is a need for VCRs out there just because it is something that you can't go to Best Buy anymore. Can't go to Walmart and pick up a VCR. So
how much did you sell it for?
$40.
Matt Shukri sells items customers buy, and he gets a rating review and moves on. But not this time. He says last Saturday his girlfriend brought in the mail and he noticed a piece of it.
And it caught my eye because it had a handwritten address on the outside.
Matt read the first few lines and told his girlfriend, "Oh my gosh, we need to read this together."
And we read it together and we're both just on the verge of tears reading it.
I asked Matt to read the heart of the letter.
I watched tapes of my retirement party from 25 years ago, which I had never seen before. Geez, were we young. Then a tape of my wedding with all the family and friends, many of which are no longer around. Then skiing trips, kids growing up, travels, and most importantly, the gentle maturing of my family. Each one more fun than the last, all thanks to your generous selling of the VHS player. I thought you would appreciate how much someone has enjoyed your offer. Best regards, Don. I'm going to have it framed and keep it next to my desk here in my house just because it means a lot to me.
And Matt also says he's writing Don back.
I'm also going to offer to digitize his videos for him so he doesn't have to worry about those tapes degrading.
Now, here's Kansas City's most accurate forecast from meteorologist Gerard Jabali.
All right, let's start out with some video from yesterday. This was taken by our own Stephanie Summers from Kansas City Live. She was in the middle of that hailstorm yesterday, and yes, that is hail falling on her roof. while you still see several inches of snow on the ground. Talk about a weird weather day. I mean, isn't that just incredible? We had thunder, lightning, and then the wind. It seems like we really had every conceivable type of precipitation in the month of February you can have. We had freezing rain, we had sleet, we had hail, graupel, snow. Is there anything that I left out? Rain, of course. I mean, it's just amazing what we had just this past month. So yesterday was a strange day for no doubt. I mean, that's just incredible. All right, now we are seeing that system gone, but we're still getting a little bit of the remains of that, just in the form of some cold wind blasting in. Looking from the Oriad Hotel there in Lawrence, we're at 25 degrees. Again, the wind's still gusting near 30 miles per hour. So going to stay blustery today with the wind and the temperature like that. It's going to feel like it's in the teens.